Everybody, I am Amirh Johnson, resident of Union City, medical physicist, and mom of three.
Hi, I'm Derrick Richardson. I live in Union City. I'm a biotechnology professional and a father of two. The way to think about herd immunity is essentially the point at which enough people become exposed to the virus so that they become immune to it, so that there's enough collective immunity that it will not spread anymore. And everything that I've read suggests that in order to really start to see the infection rates for COVID-19 fall, you've got to get to an immunity level, herd immunity level of 70 to 85%, right? So, and there are really two ways that you can achieve that. You can let it happen naturally, right? Which I think is going to be really painful, where let's say we just stop social distancing, we stop wearing masks, and we just congregated as normal. A lot of people would be exposed to the disease, but a lot of people would die and get sick and die. And over time, over a long period of time, we would reach herd immunity, but there would be a pretty significant toll. The other way to reach herd immunity is to get vaccinated and create immunity through the vaccination process. And there's a very good chance, given the timeline that we're on right now, if enough Americans get vaccinated, we could reach herd immunity by the fall sometime. So that's the concept of herd immunity. And I think the sort of two different pathways that we could take to reach it. The other important point to make about the vaccine is that we also have to think about variants, right? There's these variants that have popped up, basically mutations of the vaccine. If we don't reach immunity as quickly as we can, the variants will basically outrun us, and the variants will infect a greater number of people than can be vaccinated and get protected, and that can also be a very painful thing for society. Amirh, any thoughts from you on herd immunity?
Yeah, sure. Just to add a couple of things. The virus, and any virus really, the more times it is passed along from person to person or from organism to organism, the more opportunity it has to adapt and survive, right? So, of course, the virus, as it spreads across the world, it has found opportunities to mutate. And so the quicker we reach herd immunity, the less likely we are to get further mutations of the virus. And so that's an important thing about herd immunity. Herd immunity helps prevent the virus from mutating because it just stops the transmission. And the more the virus is transmitted, the more it can mutate. And the more it will mutate into a different organism that avoids whatever is killing it, right? It's when you have a mutation of an organism, that organism tends to try to stay alive. So as the virus is replicating and it's figuring out how mechanisms in the human body is going to kill it, then it makes small changes to avoid that death. So herd immunity is super important, and the faster we can do it, the more likely we're not going to have to, develop a different kind of vaccine in the future, because hopefully these will continue to work.